Good evening. It is 10 p.m. on February 2nd, 2022, and that means it's technically still Work in Progress Wednesday. I'm Sunflower the Fiber Faerie, and welcome to Sunflower's Creative Showcase and Crochet. First things first, I would love to thank you all for subscribing and liking my video and for just being patient with me. I am still new and I should have worn my kitty ears with the built-in microphone, and I didn't because I assumed that my webcam's microphone would be powerful enough to detect my voice and be clear for YouTube, and that was a mistake. So in the meantime, I will be wearing the beautiful pastel kitty ears, and I am waiting for a new mic to arrive. So shout out to Mickey Holmes, my wonderful friend, for giving me a recommendation, and I hope that works out for me. So that should be coming in the next day or two. I would like to talk about a couple more things before we get into the yarn and works in progress. So I hope you don't mind, and it will be very brief. First, I want to give a gigantic personal shout out to my sister, Chelsea. I really hope that you see this video and that you know you can join us here on YouTube in the crochet and knitting community anytime. We would love, love, love to have you. And it's a really fun and accepting bunch. So I hope that you get this very special personal message that I'm adding to the beginning of my video, because I love you and I want to get to know you better, and I think that crafting in yarn is a wonderful way for us to do that. While we're on the subject of family, my wonderful older brother wrote this book. It's called Confidence is Key to a Stronger Me, and I truly believe that's true. I struggled with confidence as a kid, and I still do. And so it is really important to me that he instills that confidence that I really lacked in my niece, who just turned 4, and she is adorable and an absolute joy. And actually the cover image, the girl in the center, is supposed to be the artist's rendition of my niece, and she is just cute as a button. So that is Confidence is Key to a Stronger Me. It is available on Amazon, and I would be absolutely stoked if you checked my brother's book out. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me, let's start with the fact that I am a gigantic nerd. I love science fiction and fantasy. I love fairies and magic and anime and gaming. So I have a pretty wide array of nerdy interests. I'm also really into true crime and the legal side of YouTube. So you can catch me watching Emily D. Baker when I'm not hanging out in the crochet community. I'm there. So Tuesday mornings I listen to Emily, and she does a show called Coffee and Cursey Words, and on Friday nights she does Friday Night Live. Emily is a licensed attorney and has been for over 15 years, and she breaks down the legal commentary that you want to know about. So If you are a fan of Britney Spears and you celebrated when her conservatorship ended, Emily covered that in a fantastic way and made it understandable for even the newest of laymen. And she frequently covers personalities like the various Real Housewives and things that are currently in the news, like the Cardi B defamation suit against Tasha K, the YouTube personality. Emily is almost to 200,000 subscribers, and I know it seems a little silly for someone who has less than 50 to be pushing for someone who's so close to 200,000 to get there, but I love Emily, and she is a wonderful content creator and a great friend, and it would really mean a lot to me if she got to 200,000 subscribers. Not just because she's promised to dye her hair galaxy colors either. She is so fantastic. She really deserves it, and she's wonderful to just listen to while you're crocheting or knitting or doing whatever yarn craft that you do. And now, without further ado, I will show you some of my more accessible works in progress. So this is a blanket I was making out of a Caron skinny cake, and I have to tell you, I am not a fan. I really thought I would enjoy the skinny cakes because everyone told me they were comparable to Lion brand mandalas, but I much prefer mandalas, and I tried several stitches with this blanket, and I was just never happy or excited to work with it. And so to this day, it still has a tiny little draggle of a ball hanging off its end because I got bored and did not finish the last few rows of this blanket. At some point we will do a Finish It Friday instead of Finish Object Fridays, and I will sit and get this done. The next couple of items I'm going to show you, I started making as a stash buster project because I bought too much Caron Simply Soft. So I was making this beautiful, she asked for purple and cream, and I threw in the gray because I thought it would look beautiful with those colors. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I bought enough yarn to make probably 3 Afghans instead of 1 because I was excited and I didn't want to run out, and it was the first time someone had actually asked me, will you please crochet something for me? And that was really special to me. So I just didn't want anything to go wrong. So I bought a ton of yarn, and it was a mile a minute blanket. I was following Krista's pattern at the Secret Yarnery and her video tutorial. With some of the yarn that I had left over, I made this scarf for my mother, who also loves purple. I love purple too. It's so soft. But alas, my mother does not want fringe, so this baby will be the subject of one of our Sew It In Saturdays and Sundays for sure. And I made another project with that yarn, but that one's a secret for another video. So you have to come back and see what I made that is such a big deal that I'm keeping it a secret. This is a granny square blanket that I started making with the same yarn. And I liked the idea of switching it up for a couple of rounds and making it so that you've got some rows that are just double crochet and double crochet, double crochet, cross stitch, and so I don't particularly enjoy making granny squares, but my super secret project required me to make almost 10 of them. So I ended up being on a little roll and really enjoying it. So that is an official Bust Your Stash 2022 project, the Granny Square. It is all stash materials, and I started it 3 days ago. Now, this is a very special blanket. This is, I'm calling it the Winter Mint blanket because it reminds me of a stick of spearmint gum, and I associate the color green and anything mint flavored with my best friend. We have been friends since we were 15 years old, I think, and that's a long time to associate someone with a color and flavor and not have it stick in your brain. So when I saw these gorgeous cakes of mandala ombre, I had to make a blanket for my bestie. And it's funny because I am the biggest Lion Brand fangirl, and my best friend, he's so tolerant, he's going to end up with a pile of blankets and nowhere to put them because he is definitely one of my muses. This blue blanket behind me is covering up a wedge pillow that I use to stretch and rest my back and my leg, or my remnant leg. And so I'm not going to move it, but it's actually one I'm working on for my fiance. His favorite color is blue, and when I saw that there were 2 different colorways that had blues in them in the new line of Caron anniversary cakes that just recently came out this past season, I was so excited, and I just knew that I needed to make a blanket for him out of anniversary cakes. And so that is currently, I'm on my 3rd cake, and it's for a queen size bed, and it is so heavy that I actually hurt myself if I don't stretch before I handle it. So there is your reminder that you need to stretch and warm up before you crochet. And it's, even if you're just doing some wrist circles and, you know, stretching your arm across your chest, stretching above your head, do all of those things and keep your muscles moving so that nothing gets frozen or injured. And you want to keep doing your hobby, right? I think that's the most important part, is realizing that you have to do things in moderation and consider your body's health. Your body will tell you, I'm tired, I need to stop, let's take a rest, let's drink some water. So hydrate, stretch, sit in a good position, and crochet wisely. This is a simple project that Krista from the Secret Yarnery posted a few days ago, maybe a week, I don't know. Time is not real to me anymore. It became an illusion long before the panda habitat happened, because I worked nights for several years before, so I already never saw anybody. Life did not change much for me, let me tell you. Anyway, so yes, that is a beginner project, and even though I'm not a beginner, the nice thing about it is I think you should always embrace learning more and practicing basics. I mean, I can make a V-stitch scarf in my sleep. Did I need that lesson? No. But I support Krista's channel, so I watch everything she posts, and I had some yarn, and I happen to like the way V-stitch scarves look. So I am making it to match a couple of hats that I will show you. Well, it doesn't match. It matches in that it is the same yarn, but the stitch is not the same. But this is a raspberry cloud cake, and this is how much of it I have left. So I am looking forward to being done with this, actually. It's so easy that I'm checking out and not really even enjoying it. So I find myself checking out a little bit, is my point there. But it is incredibly soft and smushy, and I am going to be so very upset if Yarnspirations doesn't bring Caron cake cloud cakes back. Yarnspirations, give us more colors. Please, I'm begging you. That's all for the works in progress I can reach currently. I'll show you some finished objects that I have within reach on Friday, and also maybe I'll throw some stills in from my Instagram of things I've already gifted, so you can get a taste of what my other crochet objects look like, and the style I lean towards. So thank you for joining me today in my yarn hollow. I was so excited to host you again. Please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you never miss one of my uploads. I hope to see you again real soon.